You're tuned into All Too Real 2. Be sure to subscribe, download, share the show with a friend, and stop by all2real2.com for our social links, Patreon, and TeePublic store info.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Fergal.
And we're from Movie Smash.
Comic book movies are having a golden age right now with the MCU.
Movies based on comics aren't necessarily a new thing, but they're a big thing.
Join us every other Tuesday on Movie Smash.
We explore these movies and find some hidden gems.
Every other week, we revisit some of the best.
And some of the worst movies based on comics or graphic novels.
Was Green Lantern as bad as you remember?
Heck no!
Is Time Cop the most accurate time travel movie ever created?
Absolutely.
Was Mystery Men way ahead of its time?
Should they be revisited? Should they be forgotten?
Join us on Movie Smash and find out. Listen wherever you find your fine podcasts.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of All Too Real 2. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me, as always, is...
Sesame. I think it's a Japanese synthesizer. I can't say it. The tones and part of it.
Synthesizer.
It's hard to say. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like a lisp day, apparently. I get these days where sometimes I speak with a lisp, and other days I don't. I don't know what. Is it like a water issue of like not enough? So I don't know, whatever. It's weird.
Happens.
I mean, I didn't have any water for a while, so maybe that was synthesizer. There you go. I just need a drink of water. Okay.
Yes, that's all you needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go eat a synthesizer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
Sure.
when you eat something, then you can say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently.
Like, that's why I can't say Worcestershire sauce well.
Oh, God.
I never had it.
You never had it? It's just like basically like, you know what it tastes like, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like steak sauce, but not really.
I think I've probably had it, but I don't remember. So
It's got like a little bit of vinegar, but it's black though, so maybe it's like some soy sauce in there. I don't really know what it is. It's okay. I don't like it too much. I mean, I don't think it's good.
Up in my YouTube suggestions, there was a video that says, "What exactly is Worcestershire sauce?"
I saw that recently, the Weird Food channel, whatever.
I haven't watched it yet, but maybe I'll watch it and then I can find out.
I love those videos. Like he has one about the history of frozen pizza.
Yeah,
I thought was really.
I like that
really
channel.
Yeah, me too. There's lots of. It's like a good channel to kind of just like not really pay a whole lot of attention to the kind of background or whatever.
Yeah, I like those type of channels. Talking about random food and random businesses and shit. Yeah, but
I like learning.
yeah, talking about random businesses like like Mattel.
Yeah, or Canon Film Studio, or whatever.
Yeah, Mattel, the creators of Masters of the Universe toys.
Yep.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, today on the show we are covering the 1987 epic film.
Yeah, very epic.
Yes, Masters of the Universe. According to IMDb, the log line for this movie is: the heroic warrior He-Man battles against the evil Lord Skeletor and his armies of darkness for control of Castle Grayskull.
I mean, that's pretty much kinda.
Goes to Earth as well and other things, and has the whole like kind of hero's journey sort of thing along the way. But yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's quite literally like the hero's journey.
Yes. And this film was directed by Gary Goddard, who, I don't know if you heard that screaming in the background. There's somebody outside. I'm not killing you. I'm just letting you know.
I hope that part's okay.
There's some kids outside, I think, playing, so it's okay. Yeah, and Gary Goddard, who is known for writing Tarzan the Ape Man, creating Captain Power and the Soldiers of Fortune, or something like that. And he directed this. He's also written Star Trek The Experience, The Klingon Encounter. He's known for doing. He created a company that does that did like live action and ride effects at like amusement parks.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, he got hired on this movie because partially he had done a Conan the Barbarian like thing at Universal Studios.
Oh.
Yeah, he also created the Terminator 2 3D Battle Across Time, which was one of my favorite things at Universal Studios that they fucking took out. But anyways,
right.
I hate it when it's like that and Back to the Future. They took those out, and that was
it's one of the best rides. They're like, that's
yeah,
you know,
and they replaced them. You know, they replaced the Back to the Future with the Simpsons ride, and then I think they replaced the T2 with it might have been like Transformers or which I haven't been on, so I don't know if it's cool. It might be. So
yeah,
it could be cool. But the thing about the T2, it was like really cool because they had like actors playing the people, but there was also on the screen, and it was like so I don't know if you can find any like videos on YouTube of the experience. It was really cool. And then like the seats would move and shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyways, he was the writer of that ride. So that was cool. Experience. Yeah. Not so cool about him though is we've talked a little bit about it in our episode about the first kid, because he was involved with some stuff with the star of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to find out more about that, listen to that episode. But you know, he's been accused of sexually molesting underage boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't take away from the fact that I like this movie. But kind of does, but kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
This was written by David Odell, Gary Goddard, and Roger Sweet. David Odell is known for writing on The Muppet Show. He wrote Supergirl, which we've covered in the past. Mm-hmm. He also wrote The Dark Crystal. Wrote a lot of stuff for the Muppets.
Okay.
Yeah. Also wrote Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah. Hasn't done much lately. I think he might have retired, or he may have passed away. I don't know.
He's still making stuff from Among the Clouds. So.
Yeah. He might still be alive. I don't think it doesn't say that he died. He was born in 1934, though, so he's up there. And then it was also, we already talked about Gary Goddard, and then there was Roger Sweet, who is known for, I think he was the creator. I think he gets credit because he created the toys.
Okay.
So yeah, because all of his credits are He-Man related. So
okay,
pretty much. So yeah, he was probably the creator of the character. So the movie stars Dolph Lundgren in his first starring role as He-Man, Frank Langella as Skeletor, Meg Foster as Evil Lynn, a 73-year-old Billy Barty as Gwildor. I just wanted to point out that he was 73 when he was making this movie, and I guess he was like loving every minute of it.
Wow.
Yeah, from what I hear. We've got Courtney Cox in her first starring role. Prior to this, like the only thing she had really done was appear in Bruce Springsteen's music video. She plays Julie Winston. We've got Robert Duncan McNeil, who people may know as Lieutenant Paris from Star Trek Voyager, as Kevin. We've got John Cypher as Man-at-Arms. Chelsea Field as Tila.
Yep.
We have James Tolkien, who people may know from Back to the Future, as
Luke.
We've got Christina Pickles as the Sorceress. Little trivia here. Christina Pickles went on to play Courtney Cox's mom on Friends.
There you go. Full circle right there.
Yep. We've got Tony Carroll as Beastman. Pons Mar as Sarad. We've got Anthony DeLongis as Blade. We've got Robert Towers as Karg. We've got Barry Livingston as Charlie, and others.
And others.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. We can't list everyone that was involved in
I just had to get to Barry Livingston because he's a Facebook friend of mine. So,
yeah.
But
that name is very familiar. What else did
he was on My Three Sons back when he was a kid.
Okay. I mean, like, did he make any like direct or anything? Or I think
he's continually acting. I know that, and he may have directed things too.
But he's directing though. Did he make direct any movies? Or
no, according to his IMDb, he's pretty much just an actor. He's acted in over 170 things.
Oh, that's crazy.
He's been acting since he was a real little kid. I mean, he played the captain's lawyer on How I Met Your Mother, or How I Met Your Father. I'm not How I Met Your Mother, but yeah, recently, he's been in Bosch recently, The Connors. He was on a 2023 2 episodes of General Hospital as a coroner.
Cool.
But he's been acting since he was like maybe 5 or something, or younger. His brother was also on My Three Sons, so his older brother. So maybe if I can reach out to him, maybe he'll be on a future episode of our podcast.
Cool.
And I'll ask him about He-Man, or Masters of the Universe, I should say. Yeah. That's all I'll ask him about. Nothing else. No, I'm joking.
Nothing else about his career.
Yes.
Just one movie.
Yeah. A guy that's like, in his he's like in his 60s or 70s, and I'm just going to be like, hey, that one movie you did in 1987.
That's all I want to talk about.
Yes.
I don't want to know anything about your life.
Nope.
Anything else about your career except this one movie.
I mean, if you want to give us your social security number and your blood tape and stuff like that, you can. But no, I'm joking. Anyway, so this movie, your initial reaction here, had you seen this movie before, or was this the first time?
I probably saw it when I was a little kid, but I don't remember much, except for one scene near the end where He-Man says something like, "This was always between us." It's like, yeah, let our final battle commence or whatever. Like just that one. I don't remember anything else except that one. That one, not even a full scene, just that one part of the scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little bit. He-Man was like a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
Like my brother watched it a lot, because he's like around 5 years older than I am, and I don't remember too much about the whole He-Man thing. Other than I do think that like Skeletor seemed like way more scary in the movie than he did in the cartoons. Like
on the cartoon, he was played for laughs, basically.
Yeah, but this is like a more sinister version of his mask. Even looks different too.
Like in the TV series, it's yellow.
Okay.
Instead of like skull bone white.
Right, which is what this guy has. Yeah.
It's they took a lot of liberties with the source material for this movie. But there's reasons for that, and there's other things too. But yeah, it's based on the toy line more than the animated series, and different things like that. And plus, they wanted to make it more kind of realistic, I guess.
Yeah,
as much as you could for a sci-fi, sword and sorcery epic sort of thing, So,
right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's and plus they wanted to cast somebody who was a good actor. He was a Tony Award-winning actor at the time, Frank Langella. So, and he took the role on because he had at the time a 4-year-old son who loved He-Man.
Oh,
so that's why he did it. Yeah, and he said that it's one of his favorite roles that he's ever done. Among the things he's gone on to win an Oscar for Frost Nixon and different things. So it's like, I think for Frost Nixon, I'm not 100% sure. That's just what I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, I don't feel like looking it up. And I'm just pulling from my memory. I know he's won an Academy Award though, but yeah. So, which is interesting too, because this movie, also the movie was edited by Ann V. Coates, who is an Academy Award winning editor, which is interesting. She edited Lawrence of Arabia. And then years later went on to do this. It's like, she's got a pretty illustrious career. She's known for Lawrence of Arabia, In the Line of Fire, Out of Sight, Murder on the Orient Express, 1974. The last thing she did before she passed away in 2018. The last thing she edited was 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
So she's got a wide variety of movies. I mean, she edited Aaron Brockovich, Congo, What About Bob? Yeah, The Elephant Man, lots of things. But she's an Academy Award winner. Also, the music in this movie was done by Bill Conti, who is he did for the Rocky films.
Okay.
And the Karate Kid films. And he wrote the song "Gonna Fly Now" from Rocky, like the song that's the Rocky theme song.
Okay.
Yeah, so he also wrote the title song for Your Eyes Only, the James Bond movie, and he won a Academy Award for Best Original Score for The Right Stuff.
Okay.
So you've got some good people in this movie.
Yeah.
Behind this movie, so it's interesting that it's considered a bad movie, which, I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's enjoyable and it's fun. And I saw it in theaters opening day in 1987
Nice.
with my cousin Paula and her late husband Roy.
Nice.
They took me and my sister to go see this, and then took us to Franklin Park Mall in Toledo, Ohio afterwards, and they bought me a He-Man doll.
Nice.
Or action figure, I should say. And also got us, I remember, I think they bought my sister like a Barbie. So Mattel was making some money that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I also remember we got one of those little, those like little, like they have these like this thing where there's like fish that'll like move around in a circle, and there's like a magnet on the end of a fishing pole, and you can pick up the fish out of it, like a little toy.
I think so.
I remember having that and loving that thing for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's that. So anyway,
There
I
is-
love this movie because I was in the sweet spot for He-Man. Yeah. And yeah. But this movie was not well received.
Shocker.
It's the highest budgeted film in the history of Canon Films at $22 million, which was a lot of money in 1987.
Especially for a studio like them, too.
Only like one other movie in the top 10 movies of that year cost more money. The top grossing films of that year, I should say, cost more money to make than this movie.
Wow.
And this movie didn't gross anything.
Damn.
It lost money. Its box office was 17.3 million. So yeah, and it didn't help because at the time the cartoon was off the air.
Oh, okay.
This movie was in development before the cartoon went on air, and it was based more on the toy line than the cartoon. They wanted to put some elements in there. They decided not to do the whole Prince Adam turns into He-Man thing. They got rid of that and just made him He-Man all the time.
Oh, right.
They couldn't have Battle Cat in it because having a big green tiger would have been kind of...
It'd be hard to do, yeah.
Yeah. Also, they couldn't have Orko in it because Orko was...
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah, it's probably no Orko.
Yeah, Orko basically, he flies around and levitates and stuff, so you can't really have that, in 1987.
Yeah.
So they created the character of Gwildor to replace Orko, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of an Orko type character, but whereas Orko is more mystical and magical, Gwildor is like a tinkerer and a like scientific like creator more than
science. Yes.
So basically, I've got theories about this movie because people are upset for a few things in the new Masters of the Universe that's coming out this week, the week that we release it, this episode at least. They think that it's too woke because there was a joke in the thing where Adam is on Earth and he's at his desk at work and it says Adam, he, him. But if you don't get the fact that his character is called He-Man and that the he-him thing was a joke.
Well, they probably say that. I picked up on the woke shit here because I have to now, because every time they've made me now have to pick up on everything I might think that they might think is woke and therefore criticize it. So now I am hyper aware.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's this line in there where Tila calls herself Woman at Arms.
Oh yeah, in this movie.
Wait a minute, 1987. I thought that was not. I thought woke was only now. I thought the 80s were awesome. Like.
No, see, that was what I was going to point out is the fact that they're trying to call the 2026 film woke,
right?
And He-Man's always been woke, but
yeah,
the fact is, this movie. Okay, we learned that the Eternia is a vegetarian planet.
That's right. We do.
Yeah. And I figured that they respect science and invention over magic in certain ways. Mm-hmm. And like you said, they say woman at arms. There's several strong female characters in this movie, both villains and heroes. Yep. You've got it's an anti-corporate real estate film because basically our villain wants a building.
Essentially.
Yeah, essentially, he wants Castle Grayskull. So he's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yes, which is interesting because there was a sequel planned.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
Have you heard about this?
Well, no, I just could tell by
So
they were something.
the sequel was supposed to be, from what I recall here from videos I've watched and things I've read. I'm just doing this off the top of my dome here, folks. The in the sequel, which would not have featured Frank Langella or Dolph Lundgren, they were going to recast He-Man with Surfer Laird Hamilton, who looked the part, but I guess Dolph Lundgren hated doing this movie, so to a point. But then later on in his life, he changed his mind. It's just different things, and plus, he wanted a lot of money to do the sequel.
All right.
And I don't know what the deal with Frank Langella was. I think they were just trying to cheap out.
Yeah.
And if it's a guy in a mask, they don't, really care.
Right.
It was going to be like a time travel movie sort of thing where Skeletor would have traveled to Earth in the past and disguised himself as like a business magnate, sort of kind of a Donald Trump kind of character.
Right. Okay.
And like become a big like evil like real estate agent or something. So I was right on this whole thing. Yep. And then sort of like trying to take over some town on Earth. So they were gonna double down on the Earth aspect from this movie, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
And He-Man was going to be sent there as an undercover like quarterback for a football team.
What? Okay.
Who was also it's just but then they were going to film that at the same time as Spider-Man that they had the rights to.
Oh.
And then Canon started going under and they lost the rights to that. So the director who was going to direct both those movies simultaneously, who was the director of the Captain America film that we've covered for this podcast. Yeah. Albert Pune. And he took the sets that were already built for both of those movies and some of the plots and stuff and combined the stuff that he had available from Spider-Man and Masters of the Universe 2 to create the movie Cyborg because they lost the rights from Mattel and Marvel for the characters. So yeah. So there's some interesting little facts here before we dig deep into this film here. We don't have to dig deep. There's not a lot that happens.
Oh, really?
So how's this movie start out here, Sesame?
Shit, it's kind of like a really weird, crazy way. I'm blanking now. I don't remember the exact. I remember the scene on Earth.
We start out on Eternia.
Okay, yeah.
And Skeletor seizes control of Castle Grayskull.
That's right. Oh yeah, he's got the sorceress there.
Yeah.
And he's like basically like taking like sucking her life force away or something like that.
Yeah.
And in order to get the power to do something, I'm kind of blanking now.
Basically, he's trying to seize the power over the entire universe by the next moonrise. I guess something, and something will happen, and then so we see He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and Teela out in the field, like in the middle of the desert somewhere, which was just California desert. They come across this little creature named Goldor. They save him from Skeletor's troopers, which just to point out, all of his troopers are robots. Specifically, they're supposed to be robots.
Okay.
Mattel did not want He-Man to kill any living creatures.
Right, exactly. He's like, no, this is a robot, okay?
That's how they got around it. So
like,
basically, and this movie was advertised as the Star Wars of the 80s.
Oh my God.
Which is
funny. It makes no sense because both...
I was going to say the sequels to Star Wars came out in the 80s.
Both, was it Return? It also was Empire as well or not? Maybe.
Empire and Return both came out in the early 80s.
Okay, that's hilarious.
So, but this movie basically is like Star Wars meets, I don't know, Conan the Barbarian or something. It's like...
Yeah. So now I remember. Yeah, they beat Gwendar, or whatever his name is. He's like a man of science.
Wildor. Yeah.
Wildar. So like, he's got this like weird key that somehow opens portals to like different universes and time periods.
Mm-hmm.
And Skeletor wants to do all that weird shit, whatever. And then they're like, "Oh no, let us have the key instead." And he's like, "Okay." And it's like, it's like, I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're like, "Oh, you idiot!" He's like, "We're trusting people that he immediately trusts them." Like,
he has 2 of these cosmic keys.
Yeah,
and the other one was taken by Evil Lynn, which he just said, "I didn't think she was bad because she was beautiful."
Yeah, there you go, man. See, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you were thinking with your dick, not the other head, and you're like, "Oh, well, she's beautiful. Obviously, it's okay. She's not gonna do bad, right, with that." So it's like
thinking with your Thunarian dick. I mean,
there you go. So he's got a secret passageway somehow, for some reason, and then they don't know that. I mean, they know it. They go through it, but then the robots don't know. They're like, "Turn this place upside down." It's like, dude, they went through like a port. Like there's no one here. Like they already stole the shit, and not stole it. They took it, and so boom, boom, boom. Basically, the sorcerer's like, "Hey, I got until moonrise to save my life. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. So do what you need to do. I guess I'm okay. I can die. It's no big deal. Whatever." And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna let you die, or whatever." So then they end up shooting this portal out, and then they end up on Earth, our Earth, and that's where we're introduced to Courtney Cox character or whatever. She works at like this KFC chicken place or whatever.
Yeah, this rib place.
Rib place, sorry, yeah.
But interesting fact: the parking lot where that was shot, and they redressed some other restaurant that was there. I kept trying to figure out what the restaurant was that they redressed.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, that parking lot a few years later would be where the LA cops beat Rodney King.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
A random weird coincidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. Okay. Yeah. So Julie, that's her name, right? Julie?
Yeah, Julie Winston.
She's about to move away. This is her last day at work, and also the last day with her boyfriend, Kevin. And then she's got to move away.
Because her parents had died in a plane crash
like a year ago or something like that. She
blamed herself for.
Yeah, she blamed herself for it because whatever. And then she wants to like do a new start, I guess. And then she works at like this rib place or whatever. She gives her boyfriend like a bucket of ribs or chicken or whatever. He's a musician. She's like, can you at least come to my sound check tonight for the dance that he's going to be playing at? And she's like, "Okay, sure, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, do you realize how desperate this guy is? He wants you to make sure you come to a sound check before you get on the plane and leave. Like,
yeah, but pretty much he's a demanding boyfriend at sometimes. So
yeah, but the thing is too, it's like at the same time, it's like how this guy loves you so much that he wants to see you at a sound check before you leave his life, essentially. And then like, okay, I guess I'll do that before I break your heart and leave forever. This is before we have the internet, so we'll never be in contact with each other forever until Facebook comes alive or MySpace. Then you look me up or I look you up. Go, I wonder what that person's up to. I wonder what he's up to. And then you go to her page. You go, "Oh, it looks like she got married, or it looks like he got married. It looks like he's got kids." And
it looks like he became a white supremacist.
Yeah, or whatever. Or it looks like he became a very successful musician, or she became a pilot. He's more ironic. Or whatever, and
or it's like,
I was thinking
that.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, and it's like I was really hoping because I was like approaching middle age, and I was like being nostalgic, and I was hoping maybe I can reignite that flame. But then now I can't do it, so now I'm just staring at their Facebook photo in like the dark with like the blue light of the screen just like blinding my eye as I stay there, and like a single tear just slowly descends from my eye as like I've got like some sad music playing in the background, like maybe. I don't know, like Welcome Interstate Managers by what was the band name? Forgot their name, whatever. The band of Stacy's mom, whatever their name is, I can't think of it out right now. Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm playing with like Hackensack by Fountains of Wayne.
Hackensack. I love that song.
Yeah. Or that one, you get another sad song is All Kinds of Time. got that playing in the background softly, not too loud, because you don't want that overpowering your emotion. You want that to be like taking a backseat a little bit. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll go to the bar. Yeah. And I guess I'll meet someone at the bar. Maybe we'll screw around just to feel something for a moment, to feel like you can feel alive, feel virile, and then that will last all but maybe an hour. And then they'll either kick me out of their apartment, or I'll kick them out of my apartment. Or maybe one of us will want to stay for breakfast, but the other one's, hey, I kind of want my space. I just was like a one-time thing. I don't really want you staying over at my house. And you're like, oh, okay. And you try not to be like offended. So you're like, oh, yeah, I totally, I understand. I agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah. And then you kind of walk, and you're like, man, I really fucked up my life. I could have been someone. Before all that happened, she was just going to leave her life.
And then when you're done with all that, you get home and you're just like, man, I wonder what's up with Fountains of Wayne. And then you realize, wait, Adam.
The guy died during COVID.
And then it's more depressed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but you're like, oh man, I haven't listened to him in a while. See what he's up to. He's 2 months into COVID.
Yes.
God damn it. You're like, hey, you know what? Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll listen to Mark Maron. It's like his girlfriend dies. Like, God damn it. On the same month. It's like, oh, no. Anyway, good times. Yeah. Anyway, so she shows up to a sound check. Before that, she wants to go to her to take her to the cemetery so she can go to her parents' gravestones. And then they find this weird thing. It turns out it's the key, because the key got blown out or whatever when they went through the Earth portal.
Man-at-Arms and Tila and He-Man are looking for that, while Gwildor is trying to communicate with a cow
for some reason. Because he likes cows. I don't know.
Well, no, he's just like, maybe I can communicate with this creature, because he
can. He just does it. He's like, there's no reason to do it. This doesn't further the plot in any way.
If you land on a planet and you don't know where you are, you might think that the cow is like the means of the planet. It's like,
you're on a new planet too. You want to soak up, the new things, right? You're like, yeah, I would do it. If I live on a planet where there's no cows, and I see a cow for the first time.
And then it's funny. They show us this cow, and then shortly after that, we find out, we find out that the Eternians are pretty much vegetarians, because they're eating some ribs, which might be made from cow meat. Who knows?
That he stole, mind you, from a truck.
Yeah, that they stole. And Tila asks why the food is on these white sticks.
Right. It's like, that's kind of weird. And then they're like, oh, it's the bones. They're man-at-arms. Like, oh, it's the bones. And she's like, what? If we're eating dead animals, with such a very primitive thing, like what? Eating this shit? And he's like, yeah, whatever, it's fine, Like, I'm hungry. I don't give a shit. Man-at-Arms is very masculine. He's like your masculine prototype. He's the kind of guy that the anti-woke would want to identify as, but even he's not super hardcore bro, even in this movie. So he becomes woke.
The modern wokesters are kind of pissed that he's being played by Idris Elba in the new movie, because he's black.
I mean, the anti-wokesters are mad at...
That's what I meant to say, yeah.
The anti-wokesters are mad that Idris Elba is black, and therefore... My only thing with that, with the whole woke, anti-woke... For one thing, I'm convinced at this point that the thing's entirely a psyop by the government at this point, who created this thing. And then now it's become organic because of... But, it probably was creating lab. They're like, hey, here's how we get people fighting each other online. Let's just, say this thing's woke, and the other thing's anti-woke.
Well, when you get people fighting online about how sexy an M&M is, and not talking about, the fact that the country is fucking the government and everybody is fucking you over, you just get in a 30-minute argument on Facebook with somebody about, why a mermaid is black, and then
bot. It was probably some Estonian bot, account that doesn't even... I saw one of these bots glitch out yesterday, or earlier today, actually. It was on a different thread, I remember, but they kept repeating the same post and comment on different posts, different comments in the same thread. It was just literally reposting the same exact thing. And then when someone replied to it, and it just repeated the same phrase back to them. Okay. And then
I
apparently,
love it. It's
you only have, like,
totally a bot. It's like the few, like sometimes that I've used Chat GPT and I ask it for an answer to something and it gives me I was just having it summarize a paragraph that I had written to make it shorter so I could make it more understandable for some questions I was going to ask in an interview. And then it was trying to tell me to ask this guest questions about a movie that he wasn't in.
right.
And I'm just
You gotta check that shit sometimes. Sometimes I do stuff like that for fun, just because I want to see what the machine thinks. Like, I don't actually really ever use anything it says. I'm just more curious of how the machine quote thinks. So like, I'll be like, hey, can you here's like my idea, which I'm feeding into, which now I probably reached all rights. So now someone else can make this thing famous and get a bunch of money, and now I won't make any money from it. But hey, it's fun, right? For 2 seconds, it gets my dopamine levels up for like 5
at least
seconds.
your creation's out there in the world.
At least it's out there. I mean, someone else can make something with it and be rich and famous, and I'll be stuck here with 2 cents to me. So yay, Trump's America. Anyway, so but you know what's interesting? The Eternia. So
you have that much money, man.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it. Now they're going to be after my social number. Yeah. My Eternia security number. Anyway, so my whole thing was, this gateway shit, right? So this gateway, the key or whatever. So has this thing always existed? Because there's tigers apparently on Eternia. There's no cows. So how did the tiger somehow...
Well, I mean, we don't know for sure on this. I mean, like in the animated series, the original animated series, the history of Eternia is that He-Man is half Earthling and half Eternian.
Okay, all right.
His mom is from Earth,
so you can transition between realms. Okay, gotcha.
I guess there was a comic book version of this movie, but adaptation of it. But the way they drew all the characters was more in line with the Filmation animated series, and but at the end of it, they find on Eternia, they find an American flag.
Okay.
Indicating that the first humans or humanoid creatures or whatever on Eternia were probably from Earth.
Right, because I'm sitting there thinking there has to be something, because how on the species so similar that they can mate with each other without some kind of common. I mean, I'm reading way too. It's obviously,
and I mean, it's like trying to figure out the different canons of Masters of the Universe, because this canon is different than the canon of the some of the animated series, and one series is different than the other, and it's all kind of mishmashy.
You got different things. So so no cows on Eternia, tigers yes, no cows no. Okay, so they Kevin is like a really good musician, so he is hearing these tones being played every time he's touching different levers on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he keeps giving them a signal, like the Skeletor, every time he does this, because he has no idea what he's in possession of, And so they're like, oh, the signals, blah, 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 we'll go this thing. And he's like gone by that time already. And it's like, where's the thing? He's like, oh, the Japanese synthesizer. There you go. I said it. Yeah. And then that's not no synthesizer or whatever. And then blah, 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 So then they go to the actual dance, and they set the school on fire essentially. It's
not the actual dance. What it is it's after that's right after the sound check, and Julie was waiting there. Kevin went to go to the music store,
right? Yeah,
to visit his buddy Charlie to try to figure out if Charlie knew what this thing was. And while she was there, Skeletor had sent his henchman Sarad, Blade, the Beast Man. Not Beast Man, but
not the Beast Master either.
Yeah. And Karg.
Karg, of course. Karg.
Karg is like
a great name.
Karg is like this ugly hyena looking thing.
You got all these cool names. What was the other names? What was the first name?
Sarad.
You got Sarad. That sounds pretty badass. You got
Blade.
Blade. Then you got
the Beast Man. Beast Man is like the only previously created character. The Sarad, Blade, and Karg were created for the movie.
So you got Sarad, Blade, the Beast Man, and Karg. This is sad. I would just stay on Earth at that point.
I was watching some behind the scenes stuff, and I guess on the set they would because Karg was in in the cartoon and things, Beastman talks, but they couldn't have the character talk because the teeth were made too big for the actor.
Okay.
And plus they just kind of wanted to dumb him down. And so the actor couldn't close his mouth. That's another thing too. So they had to every so often, because of the drool that would be created. So they have to like suck out the drool from his mouth and stuff, and then like readjust things during.
Oh God!
Yeah, so
they should have kept that in the movie. It would have been cooler.
Well, it's like in It, what's his face, who plays Pennywise, has a thing where he when he's talking a lot, sometimes he like spits and like drools and stuff, and it happened. Plus, it was like the makeup was causing him to do it more.
Okay,
so they left it in.
Yeah, man, because it makes it
because they made it creepy. But anyways, Karg, because he was kind of like the little boss of the little trio there, or not trio, but the little quartet. They used to call him Little Hitler on set.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah. So that's
cool. So that makes sense that the guy with the dumbest name is because he knows his name sucks. But like, and so
just so in the animated version of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, the actor Robert Towers, who plays Karg, provided the singing and speaking voice of Snoopy.
Okay.
Just a random thing I just came across.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, sure. She must go with that, yeah. Then we got our boy from Back to the Future 1 and 2, bald as ever, brazen as ever, police officer, what's his name? I forgot his character's name and the actor's name.
It's
dude, the guy.
The Back to the Future guy.
The Back to the Future guy, the bald dude.
James Tolkien, who played Lubick. I'm sorry, Lubick.
Yeah. And he sounds just like he does. I was at one point thought he was going to call him Slacker.
Yeah.
He's at the school, I think, literally at one point. No, he's not at school. He's at the school when it caught on fire because that's the thing where we were. Where they go to the school and they catch on our four bad guys basically catch the place on fire, and they're trying to. They randomly hurt the janitor, and then they just randomly are trying to kill Julie for some reason because they traced the keys tones to that place, but it's no longer there. It's such a like they're always like comes later on. She's like, "Why are you killing?
Yeah.
Like we need her. Like we need them for information. Like it's just like."
That's what I'm saying. People do that all the time, and like bad guys do that all the time in movies and stuff. They'll kill somebody, and it's just like
they're muscle. They don't think. That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just like in reality though, because we'll go into Iran and we'll kill the Ayatollah, as opposed to maybe if we were so good at our job and what we were doing, we could like have captured him and then maybe gotten information out of him to make things better. But no, we have the most inept army in the fucking world right now. But anyway, so
no, we got our military is led by Karg. I mean, come on. I mean, what
Little Hitler
you asked for? But yeah, Kevin, he's at the music store. He's like, I have no idea what this is. Definitely not some Japanese either or whatever. He's like, okay, that place gets torn open later because then the signal gets from there. Mm-hmm. So Charlie, his music store is now gone. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Well, yeah, that's later on, because first he goes back to the they see fire trucks running down the road and towards the school, and he goes back to the school because he's worried that Julie was like caught in this fire.
Oh right, yeah.
Then he gets like the cop was like overstepping his bounds and
right, yeah, well, there you go.
Just like they do. Yeah. And take cab. Anyway, so the
oh man.
Yeah, so Lubick and him, he takes him to Julie's house because he wants to basically keep an eye on Kevin, because I think he thinks Kevin set fire to the school or something.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
Why? Who knows?
Yeah, and they find no trace of Julie, but Julie calls on the phone, and I don't know why Kevin. I guess he just didn't want to get her involved in things.
I don't understand this. Why he was pretending like it wasn't her.
Yeah,
I never got that scene. I don't know what that was about, but yeah.
Yeah,
he's like, I miss you too. I'll let her know, whatever. Like, yeah.
So Lubick basically he takes the cosmic key and wants to verify Kevin's story about how it might be a synthesizer.
Yeah.
And he goes to Charlie's store to verify it. And then Evil Lynn and her. So Evil Lynn is sent now because Skeletor got all pissed off, and then he just randomly kills Sarad. Oh, like the coolest looking of the guys, he just kills him.
I know. It's like, God damn.
So Evil Lynn is sent with the boys down to Earth, and she shows up, and they're like, they're about to kill him, but there's like, no, we got to question them, dumbasses. Yeah, and
come on, yeah.
She put some kind of like truth necklace on his neck, and
was a collar and more not a
collar.
Yeah, it works. Like I found it in the graveyard or whatever.
And so they're heading over. They leave and they're heading over to the place, and they realize they find a picture of Julie and her family. So they realize, wait, this Earthling is friends with the other Earthling, and so that we tried to kill earlier for no fucking reason. And
yep.
So they go to find Lubick with the key, but before that, He-Man and the gang show up and with Julie, and they take the collar off of Kevin, and they head over to the music store first. And then what's happening here? I'm trying to remember.
They eventually they get back. Skeletor basically is like, you gotta come back and be my slave, otherwise I'm gonna kill you.
After that, first off, they lose the key because Evil Lynn disguises herself as Julie's dead mom,
which is such a stupid thing. He's like, we were doing secretive, important work, and we had to disappear. By the way, that cool thing you got there, we need that. Like, okay, like that you happen to find in the cemetery while talking to us.
Yeah, I mean, if my mom died and the year later shows up while I'm in the middle of like this big battle, I'm gonna question things.
I mean, what the hell? Yeah,
I think at that point I would just be like, "Mom, are you working with the enemy? Like, what the fuck?
What are you doing?" Yeah, no. And then so. Yeah, of course. And then like He-Man, I think Skeletor has some like dominatrix kind of stuff going on here because he keeps like wanting He-Man to kneel before him, and he keeps having him like whip him with like a red laser type whip, and he keeps like watching it though, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, why do you like watching him whip? Like, it's one thing to like punish someone. Or to like have them tortured, but if like you're actively watching it, and you're like, yeah, whip him again, boy. It's like, whoa. I mean, he didn't say that, but like,
like the IDF sticks hot pokers up at people's.
That's true.
So I'm just saying things are.
And they brand, children with the Star of David. That makes sense. Yeah, so. Chosen people. Anyway,
not to mention what actually happened to the Jews during the Holocaust.
Things.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
no matter.
Human beings are fucked up, and so are
Eternians. Well, I guess
Eternians. I guess.
Well, apparently, one group of Eternians, Skeletor and his two followers, whoever he has, like Evil One's like his only one, like essentially.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just like sycophant robots who just all they do is follow orders. I don't know.
And weird henchmen.
Robots, all that jazz. My whole thing is. What I don't understand about these like evil villain type people is like, what is like the point? Like, what is so like like I understand like evil, like someone does evil because like they want to achieve some kind of goal. So like they do evil things to get to that point. So it's like, I'm gonna go murder a bunch of people, steal their money, so I can buy myself a yacht and like whatever.
Yeah.
With these kind of villains, though, it's like evil for the sake of evil itself.
Well,
it's like, so what is the point?
Skeletor wants to rule the universe.
Yeah, but he only wants to rule it, but he wants it to be in constant darkness. Like, so he's not using darkness to get what he wants. He wants darkness for its own sake. Why? What's the point? Like,
look at Donald Trump. Look at Hitler.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, or Bane, or whatever. From
it's power and the power that corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I
just don't understand.
Yeah,
like the Shannara stories are very similar too. You got the Warlock Lord from Shannara stories, where he's supposed to be this wizard druid named Brona who got corrupted by dark magic because he wanted to experiment with forbidden magic just to kind of see what he could do with it, and then eventually it just slowly corrupted him over and over until he wasn't himself anymore. He was just this,
you get the same kind of thing like in a lot of like stories, like Lord of the Rings, you get that with like Gollum, and you get and also the Dark Wizards. You get Star Wars with the Sith. I just
don't understand. It's hard for me to wrap my head around. But I can understand doing evil to get like cool shit, but like if your idea is that you just want evil for its own sake, it just seems kind of dumb to me.
Well,
but
the thing is, I think it starts out at getting the cool shit, and then because that we're seeing that in real time right now with the MAGA party. It's
that's true.
Yeah, because it starts out where literally. Yesterday online, even the followers of MAGA just love being evil for no reason. Like this I point out to this guy online that it's you're basically going to suffer under these conditions that we're currently going through, and this guy says so it doesn't matter as long as Trump is making you upset,
right?
Or something of that nature. I don't
understand it. I just don't. To me, it sounds literally like an insane person thing.
Right. Oh yeah, I think it was just as long as Trump is owning the libs.
It just, to me, it literally sounds like insanity, like a crazy person.
Because the thing is, they're fine. Some people are just they're fine suffering themselves if other people suffer.
It's just weird, yeah.
Because like people will be like, no, I don't think that Black people shouldn't get welfare, but I need it too. But so they're taking it away from me. But
right.
So what we'll do is we'll just take away the whole thing, so nobody gets it.
But then I'm happy because of that. I mean, they're mentally ill. Like,
yeah,
I hate to use that as like a trump card. No pun intended. But like, at that point, you're talking to someone who just left the rational world, which I guess makes sense. The Skeletor is just evil for the sake of being evil.
And Skeletor basically, he does say that he's not got, he does not, he does agree at first to not kill Julian, Kevin and everybody.
Yeah.
But, and makes them stay on Earth though. But Julie is dying because she got hit and poisoned by some kind of thing.
Blaster gun or laser. Yeah, and there's no cure, obviously.
Yeah, there's no earthly cure. Oh, that's the other woke thing too. When they got to Earth, Gwildor created a power source for the car that didn't use fossil fuels.
Yeah, fuck you, boo. He-Man's against the oil industry, liberal propaganda. Go to my podcast, bro, where I talk about the woke shit from 1987 Master of the Universe movie while I sell my gas station boner pills and my protein shake with a factory where they literally saw mice crawling around the factory. But that's okay. A little mice was fine. Don't be so woke, bro. Don't be such a pansy, bitch. Drink the
I bet you $1 million worth of boner pills that there's probably a podcast out there like that.
There has to be. We live in hell. That's why. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, there's got to be something like that. Hey, bro, I want to come. I'm a free thinker, man, which is why I got the same bald to beard hair beard style. I'm wearing like a 1776 black t-shirt. I'm wearing like a hat and or sunglasses. I drive the same truck. I watch the same videos. I read the same articles as everyone else who looks exactly and sounds exactly like me, but I'm a free thinker, which is why what you're going to hear me say, you're going to hear 5,000 other podcasts saying the exact same thing as what I'm saying because we all are herded in like cattle into the same manosphere content that like 3 guys started like 10 years ago.
While you're saying all this, I did want to mention that we are now sponsored by. I'm joking. No.
Oh, I was like, really? God damn it! I was like, make some money from the protein shake group or whatever.
We're now sponsored by Boner Pill Coffee.
Yeah, there you go. You get yourself stimulated both ways. Speak to your cardiologist first.
Eagle Coffee.
Speak to your cardiologist first before suing or whatever.
Coffee is made from ground up bald eagles.
Oh, God.
I love this country so much that I ground up its national
mascot or whatever. Yeah, mascot. National animal, whatever. Yes. You know, the turkey was originally they wanted the turkey to be the original national.
It makes more sense in this country, actually. But anyway, so back to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe here. So He-Man's stuck there, but Kevin figures out the like tone and for the key, and Gwildor is basically like, I don't know, like I guess basically telling him that he's a genius. It's just like he remembers tones.
He's like, yeah, man, I'm just a regular guitar. There's millions like me.
I mean, it's a good message for kids because he's like, he does say, you're the only you. Right. It's like he like turns into Mr. Rogers all of a sudden.
And science, no shit, yeah.
He's like Mr. Rogers and Mr. Wizard in one. And so anyways, Gwildor then opens up a portal to send the Earthlings to and him and Teela and Man at Arms back to Castle Grayskull, where they help He-Man defeat the skull bastard, and
Skeletor in the final battle after he gets roided up from the power of the universe at first,
where one of my favorite lines is said that Franklin Jella wrote himself. While they're there, Skeletor says to He-Man, "Where are they? Where are your friends now? Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil?"
Oh, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so Shakespearean.
It is.
Yeah.
He played that role very, like...
he played it like a Shakespearean role, and you could tell because he was like a Broadway star. I mean, basically right before he got cast in this, he was in Amadeus on Broadway. So...
Yeah, because there's a part, too, where he's like, I'd rather die, and blah, blah, and he like waves him like, yes, how noble of you.
He was eating up the scenery on this in a good way.
I know, totally.
So anyways, they basically, He-Man and him have this big fight this is after he becomes like Master of the Universe Skeletor, like where he's got like this gold costume on that looks like looks like a chandelier out of Trump's Manhattan home or something.
It's like it's made out of crystal or some shit.
Yeah.
Totally roided out on universe power right now.
See, that's the other Trump type thing. He likes gold. So
so he likes nice things. Very, very very vain. He wants to look very deep for himself.
Yes.
And he's zesty. He's zesty Skeletor. He's Skeletor, I don't know. And
so he ends up knocking Skeletor, or basically he takes the sword of power out of the like place that Skeletor had put it, and Skeletor is then during his havoc stack, as they call it in the in the cartoon. I don't know what they call it there. Breaks during the duel, and then Skeletor is turned back into his normal self.
Yeah,
and He-Man offers him mercy.
Like he did.
Skeletor draws out a concealed weapon that he has. See, they're all for concealed weapons too. And,
Yep.
To kill him, and He-Man basically ends up knocking Skeletor into a pit into his apparent death. So then the sorceress heals Julie, and then Gwildor opens up a portal, and they send the Earthlings home, and then Lubick, who had gone with them and helped them, he's hailed as a hero for his bravery, and he decides to stay on Eternia with some random hot chick that he found.
Yeah, just like that. He's like, I just met this woman, but I'm staying.
Yep. I mean, I would too, probably. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, why would you want to stay on Earth when you can live in Eternia?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean,
so, anyways, Julie then wakes up in her bed, and it turns out it's actually the morning of her parents' death. So in the plane
because of the last second, she's like, "No, wait, take me back to," and like I guess he knew when
he knew when he did. So she stops them from their from going on the flight, and and then we have a post-credit scene where Skeletor's head emerges from the water in the pit, saying, "I'll be back," like he's the Terminator or something.
He's a Terminator. I hated that scene. It looks so.
Yeah.
I just it just wasn't even.
No. But so yeah, that was our movie.
There it is. You're right. That is our movie.
Yeah. Do you want to hear some trivia about this, or?
Maybe just like a couple. Yeah.
Just a couple things here. Let's find some good ones. Yeah. So production designer William Stout intentionally wanted the interior of Castle Grayskull to combine elements of both good and evil. So that was his intention. Another thing that I read about this too is the set for in the interior of Castle Grayskull was 2 sound stages big. Oh, they had to tear down a wall in between the 2 sound stages. It was the biggest sound. It became like the biggest set in like Hollywood history in like over 4 decades or something.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Basically, though, a lot of things is like this movie and Superman Quest for Peace basically destroyed canon films. Check out our review of Superman The Quest for Peace, which was another great canon film.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's one thing. Pons Mar, who is one of the henchmen guys, particularly liked working with Frank Langella. When in costume, Mar was unable to sit and had to lean up against a special board with a hole cut out of it for his tail. And so Langella would always stop by to talk to him and ask him if he needed anything to read. So sounds like he was a good guy on set. So
that's nice of him.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think there's any other important trivia. There's a lot of stuff. Check out there's like a lot of good videos online about the history of this. There's a lot of good documentaries about the history of He-Man in general. So
good shit. All that good shit.
Out. Anything else you want to say here before we wrap things up?
No, I am geed.
Okay, so folks, just be sure to go to all2real2.com and check out all the good stuff we have there. We have links to all of our episodes. We have links to all of our social media, our Facebook, our TikTok, our other things, and
other stuff.
The stuff. Follow us all those places. Don't follow us in person because that'd be stalking.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of weird.
Stalking.
Yeah, I've already had like 3 or 4 stalkers in my life, and I don't want to have another.
It's not fun.
It's not.
I have had one. The internet. Crazy.
I had
mystic guy or whatever.
I had 2 in high school, and I dated one of them, but that's another story for another time. And so, anyways, also, we have links there to our TeePublic where you can get some nice merch with some, our logo on it or other things that we've made. Also, link to our Patreon where you can help support the show. That's a really important way to help support the show. We don't make much money from this show on ads because capitalism sucks. And
true.
And just go help support us there. Help share the show with people. Don't stalk anybody to tell them about the show.
No,
don't
leave that part out.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a cosmic key and you want to see if you can listen to our podcast on Eternia, you can go do that too.
That's fine.
Yeah, do that.
That's okay.
And just remember that trans lives are human lives. No human is illegal. Free Palestine. Fuck ICE. Be different. Be yourself. And remember that I love you. I have the power.
Sure.
Sesame loves you.
I do.
And until next time, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to All Too Real 2 podcast, a Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.